Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. Today we're out in the shop working on the Honda 400EX. This is my ATV hair scramble quad, and what I'm going to be showing you today is a brake upgrade. I have a few videos out on this Honda 400EX, and I think I'm going to put them in a series or playlist called Budget ATV Racing. Because what I've been doing is showing you, in most cases, the cheapest and easiest ways to get into ATV racing without spending a ton of money on a quad. You can pick up these Honda 400EXs fairly cheap, and then with just some minor upgrades you can be racing fairly competitively with them. So this is another one that I'm going to show you today. I've found it online on some of the quad forums that you can actually use a twin piston caliper from a YFZ 450 Yamaha on this Honda 400EX, and it'll bolt right on. Go ahead and pull both of the front wheels off, and then we will go ahead and compare the old stock calipers from the 400EX to the YFZ 450 calipers that I got from eBay, and we'll double check and make sure that they're going to work. There's the stock 400EX caliper. Here is the Yamaha caliper. It looks like the mounting points are the same on it. You can see this is a dual piston one. It looks like the banjo bolt where the brake line fits on is at a different location, but it's actually higher up on this one, so it should be plenty of room. It won't be short or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and take the two bolts off holding this, and the whole reason why I'm doing this is a 99 400EX that I picked up to race, and the caliper slides were bad on it. So one of them is damaged really bad, but I just ran it anyway and slapped new pads in it and called it good, but it definitely had problems and needed to be replaced. With all the other engine issues that I had, it got put on the back burner because the brake did work, it just wasn't right. So now we're just going to pull this out and just get rid of the caliper because it was really no good anyway. And we ended up finding a pair of calipers on eBay for $100. So we're going to go ahead and put them on here now. I was looking at Jeremiah's quad, which is a custom 250R chassis, and the same caliper will work on his, which is good because when he was hitting his brakes hard, one was way better than the other, and the whole quad would turn sideways if he braked hard. So we're going to go ahead and order another set of those calipers from eBay for him. We got some other projects going on with his quad, but right now we're going to focus on getting these brakes done. We're just going to sneak in here and take these two bolts out that are 12mm. Caliper should pop right off at that point. Okay, old caliper's off. Then we're going to go ahead and get the new one on before we get too carried away with disconnecting the brake line or anything. Looks like it's hitting the shield here. There's a plastic shield. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Looks like a 10mm up here holding the plastic shield on, but it's hitting right here. I think I might have to trim that up because this one goes in a little bit closer so it won't hurt us. So this definitely won't hurt us with being too close to our rim, because it looks like it actually sits in a little tighter than the stock one. So the caliper is hitting this piece right here, and it wouldn't let it go in all the way. So I pulled the plastic guard off. We'll go ahead and get the other caliper bolt in now, and then we'll see how much we have to trim the guard. Does appear to be an easy bolt on. Looks like the brakes are in the right spot. We just have a dual piston caliper now, which should help make it stop a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down, and then we'll get ready to swap over the brake line. So this end right here is hitting the caliper before. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this up just a little bit. And then we'll give it a try. What I ended up doing was just trimming it off flush. This did stick out quite a ways. I did close to the same thing on the other side. Looks like it fits fine now. Fits pretty tight right here on the caliper. May have to trim that a little bit. So it's all bolted in now. I'm just going to have to take the brake hose off the other side. And we got a new bolt and everything. So we've got a new banjo bolt and new washers with it to seal it up. And it's they all take the same size wrench, so that should help. Now we just got to swap it out. One thing that this caliper does change is it mounts the line different. It's up here now instead of down here. So it moves it from this bracket here. So what we want to do is we want to be able to put this protective piece here in the bracket right here. What I'm going to do is trim some of this protective coating off and slide this piece over where then I can have it set in the bracket where it should be and hold the line in place. And then I might try to take my piece that I cut off and get it to fasten on where this used to be. So I got the protective piece slid over. The piece that I cut out I was able to tape in over here just to give the brake line that much extra protection. And this side is all ready to go now. We just have to, all we have to do is bleed it out once I get the other side done. Alright, I've got both front calipers on now. The only thing we have left to do is just bleed the brakes out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. This is a lot easier for me than I'm used to. I'm used to doing on cars and trucks, where you usually need someone to help you, or you can try gravity bleeding. But with this four-wheeler, I should be able to do it without any assistance. I've got the master cylinder cover off and the bleeder open, and you can see it's gravity bleeding pretty good right now. There were a lot of air bubbles coming out. It took me a minute to get the camera turned on. There's some. See the air working its way right out. I'm gravity bleeding the brakes out right now. You can see the air bubbles coming right out. Shouldn't take too long, and I'll have pure brake fluid coming out, and these should be pretty good. If you've watched any of our videos and our projects and they've helped you out anyway, or you really enjoyed them, you can hit the like button, you can comment on the videos, you can share the videos with your friends on social media so that other people will watch them. That'll help us out a lot. And you know those annoying ads that come on, and and there's a skip button. Just don't hit the skip button. It doesn't cost you anything, just watch the ad all the way through. That really helps us smaller channels out a lot. And if the ad is anything even remotely something you might be interested in, go ahead and click it because that really helps us out. So thanks a lot.